All right, Zig coming in on the top 10 of the show. We have Klaire and Alex of the band GUJI. GUJI is a new wave, quirky, synth pop punk band based out of Shanghai. Taking influence from Devo, the B-52s, and with the musical oversight of Chachy from the band Round Eye, GUJI made an incredibly catchy record that tells the story of some horrific stuff from the lockdown in Shanghai, but puts a positive, upbeat twist where it makes it sound beautiful. We're going to listen to a tune. This is Judgment Day off the EP. GUJI, Judgment Day. Check it out.
1, 2, 3, go!
GUJI, Judgment Day is the name of the tune. All right, before we get into this interview, I got to preference it a little bit. So there's a 12-hour time difference, right, from Cleveland, Ohio, and Shanghai. It was my morning and their evening, and they were just winding down or prepping up from a more fun evening, okay? So this conversation gets kind of wild. And but also, their music's fun and they're fun, and that's where this conversation goes. So hang in. It's a bumpy ride, but it's a fun bumpy ride. Make sure to check out GUJI. The EP is out on all streaming platforms. And if you can like, rate, subscribe, review the podcast on any of the podcast platforms, it helps me talk to cool guests like Alex and Klaire and share insight with you. Now, without further ado, here's my conversation with GUJI. Okay, to kind of get into it. So I've talked with Chachy before, and
you interview his another band, Round Eye?
Yep, for Round Eye. And
wow, okay.
So to I think that's a good kind of starting common point.
Yes.
Okay, so how'd you guys meet?
we're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Well,
we meet on a Chinese version of Tinder.
Okay.
That's how we met. Yeah, it's tell him about
it's getting personal.
Yeah. Anyway, like in our circle, people will look very down on people who use this app because they think only like greasy Chinese people will use it. Anyway, I met Chachy there, and yeah, we both are greasy. That's what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Online dating's weird. No matter, even here, like people look at it weird too. But I guess is it like different? Like, is it really looked weird is it really looked as greasy there?
To me, it's not. I met a lot of nice people there, and then I met Chachy, and now 3 years later, we're still together. So,
okay. So
yeah,
it works out.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Better than you found a guy in a club and you just no conversation. Yeah.
At least you can say no right away. There's like a guard in between. Like, I don't want to deal with this nonsense.
Yeah, and then you can have a pre-conversation, like, get to know about each other a little bit, then decide to meet or not. Kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's in a way, I think it's less greasy in a way.
Yeah.
Like, it's very much because you get to say no and you get to put up these, like, let me check out your credentials in a way before even meeting you.
That's how I got his attention, actually, because he was using it and there's a lot of weird girls in it. And
we're just like
typical
Chinese granny.
Yeah, or there will be robots from the app.
Or the Chinese scam girl, like they are scan your money. If you meet them, you fucked.
Yeah. So when Chachy met me and I actually was talking to him, he was like, it's really weird, and he got interested. Yeah.
Well, so did you so you guys met through that, and were you playing music before you met Chachy?
Me personally, I was a Chinese traditional instrument player for over 10 years.
Which one?
Erhu.
Really?
You see her reaction? It's just an instrument that's not cool, and
it's fucking cool. Okay,
it's cool.
It's cool in a song certain way. Erhu.
Yeah.
Just funny.
Chinese violin. That's what the English name is.
I have
Yeah,
one,
but
and I've tried to play it.
you do?
I do. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
I can show you.
What?
American people think that's cool.
Okay, so I'm cool. Yay! But in China,
not.
it's like so. I don't know. It's like granny.
Yeah, it's like when people die.
I can't play
You
it.
do?
I can't play
Holy shit!
it.
God, I wish I was there right now so I can show off
Oh,
a
what?
little
Rock it
bit.
out.
Yes. Holy shit. Okay.
Do you have one at home?
I bought it off a buddy who didn't know what to do with it, and I was able to get a couple
What?
scales
How
out
did
of
you
it,
get it?
but nothing.
How did you get it?
A friend of mine, he was really into like just violins and instruments like that, baby. So okay, so you started on that, and that was it. Is that like?
Yes, that
Yeah?
was it. Like seriously. Oh, and I was like I had some experience of singing a chorus band,
KTV.
choir,
I'm kidding.
like choirs, because
Yeah.
I have always been in the school choir team. Yeah, so that's it. So I have a little bit music background and I can sing a little bit. And Chachy like our harmonizing together.
Okay.
I still don't know why though, because I think compared with him, he's just a so much better musician. I still don't know why he want to make music with me. And
The
but
EP's really good. Like it sounds really good. Like this is a good record. So I can see why. Aw. Who's that?
it's Ash.
Ash, say
Aw.
hello. Hello. Ow! Okay. No. 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 Don't bite me. Okay. She don't like
Bye-bye.
cats. It's my cat. That's her
Yeah,
personality.
yeah.
Oh, this is awesome. So Alex, what about you? How'd you guys meet?
I met in his barbecue party.
No, I sorry, I met you
That's
and
how
Claire.
we all,
That's how you and Claire met?
yeah, all
Oh,
And
okay.
Chachy.
yeah. I
Yeah.
met them both together in his house barbecue party because I'm friends with his friends. So his friends invite me. I don't even know that's Chach's house. So I just went there and they were talking about music and I was talking about music, like I learned guitar and blah 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 with my another friend, and that friend also know Chachi, so he asked me if I can play, so do I want to join his band? I'm like, yep, I want to join a band, but I'm really bad. I play guitar, but I'm really bad at it. And yeah, so I just very, very worry about at the first time if I can really play with them. And yeah, pretty much that is.
So
Yeah, and it's ready to practice with them.
Yeah, Chachy, he has a very high standard of how the music comes out. And during the practice, and he has been a musician much longer than any of us.
Yes.
During the practice, he will be really strict. If we fuck up, he will actually scream at us, actually get mad.
Like,
Yeah.
Alex, don't fuck up.
Yeah. And it's I don't know, it's a little pressure to practice with him, but it's also fun because you get to improve
A lot.
a lot. Yeah, he's really strict. But I think that's a good thing. I like that people who actually treat music this serious, not just because it's a cool thing to do. Like
Right.
Chachy actually treats it as if it's a part of his life. Yeah. What do you think, Ash?
Yeah.
For the listeners, that's Ash the cat who's joining in. Oh my gosh, he did not like that.
Oh shit, she's wild. Shit. Yeah, she's a freak cat.
Yeah. Oh, I think
Oh shit.
I can smell her poop.
Is she poop?
Make a dodo. Anyway, let's talk about music.
Yeah, let's talk about music.
Yeah, let's back to it. But okay. That's awesome. But okay, so were you playing guitar a little bit on your own, and like so now having like right, or did you do this just for this group?
I had a band
Okay.
a long time ago,
Yeah.
years ago, but it was a cover band.
Okay.
And I'm actually myself. I'm actually into metal music.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, and I just when I play guitar, I only practice the songs I want. Like all the song I play is metal music. So when I play with Chachy's band, GUJI, so I feel like a little bit difficult. Even the simple thing is way much simpler than a lot of metal music, but it's actually harder for me because the rhythm and I'm just not used to it, I think. Yeah.
It's interesting.
And also I play myself a lot, so play with a band is a big challenge for me.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's interesting. Like practicing by yourself and playing by yourself, there's like a different like feel of time, right? And to take metal is like such like a focused kind of thing. To jump into something that may seem a little simpler, like actually is weirdly more difficult. I have a lot of friends that are really like in the metal, right? And like everything's spinning. Really into like
sorry.
metal. Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
And like it's interesting to see them step out of their comfort zone. But I think that's for anyone who's like kind of focuses on one style. When in the cover band you were playing, was it metal covers?
Yeah, it's metal
Like
basically.
like who? Like who are you guys covering?
Among Mars,
Okay.
Arch and me, that kind of a band. But like I play bass in that band because I'm not so good at guitar, because bass is probably a little bit easier for metal, I
Yeah.
guess. Well, song music, yeah.
She play bass in GUJI as well now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's know it's like because I studied guitar in like went to school studying jazz, and I ended up getting one of these side gigs with all the jazz students, but I was playing bass, like, and it was like a really good like kind of way to learn how to like do everything else by like proximity, being around it, but also like being in it a little bit. So I think I don't know. I think bass is like a really good way to go.
At the beginning, I was playing guitar for the band.
I never played. I played the bass like years ago with that band. The cover band only stays like we're only together like 3 months. 3 months. So I don't really usually know how to play bass. So I don't even have a bass. So I just basically play guitar, but because GUJI, I got my bass. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like, yes.
That's
At the
awesome.
beginning, she was playing guitar in GUJI, and Chachy think it would be better if
I play bass.
that we have a bass player. So,
oh yeah,
Sound of the EP is full. Like there's like it's a really well done record. Like so
thank you.
it's like I guess my next that's what I want to ask. There's this band called Cinema Cult.
Cinema Cult.
Yeah. Are you familiar with them?
No, but can you introduce a little bit?
Okay, they're a metal band.
Where are they from?
They're from Shanghai. They're a metal band, and Round Eye Cinema Cult.
Or Chimerical Cult.
Oh yeah, Chimera Cult.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
Yeah, like I'm not. I'm gonna tell them. I know all of them.
Tell them, dude. It's funny.
They're our friends. They're our friends.
Yeah. Okay.
We're
Cool.
all friends.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yes.
I got another interview lined up with the band.
Well done.
Yeah,
That's
no,
funny.
Klaire Cult. I was booking them. They reached out to play at this art gallery I book at, and I saw they were playing with Round Eye, and I was like,
Yes.
yeah, of course you guys can play here. This is gonna be sick. And then you're saying you're in the metal music, but I'm interviewing this other band called Cinema, and my brain just got them all mixed up. That's why I said Cinema Cult. Which
I will
Cinema
call them later.
But they're awesome.
I'll call them Cinema Cult.
They're gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" But okay, cool.
Yeah, they actually have been experiencing something horrible recently. They were
Yeah.
they booked a whole Canadian touring show, but for some reason the border just wouldn't let them in. So the whole tour is canceled.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. It
And
was with their visas or whatever. Their work visas didn't
Yeah,
get through.
and
Something.
Because they're American.
yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have the paperwork to enter the border as a performer.
Yeah, that's what it
And
was. It was
Jason
specific.
is the main guy, Jason, he's really sad. He really wanted this to happen. It was so sad. It was devastated. Oh,
Well,
We
that's
feel sorry for them.
yeah.
yeah.
We like the band. We love them.
No, they were sick.
Yeah.
Like I remember me and
They
the
are really good.
the owner of the gallery were like, "Should we we check out every band?" You know, he's like, "Oh, these guys are sick," and like, so I was super
Yes,
bummed
they're really good.
that happened, and like that's a lot of work
And
to get
like
there.
the most when Jason starts to take off his top. Love this. Yeah, like the middle of the show, he would just be like, and he was like,
Yeah, that's why I like metal.
yeah, oh yeah.
Well, part of it.
Yeah, cool. So diving in, you start playing metal. You're playing in this metal cover band, and then GUJI is completely kind of the opposite. Like, are you guys fans of Devo and like the B-52s? Yeah,
Yes.
and like,
After Chachy showed me those bands, I really like it because it's not like normal bands. Because I also, like weird stuff, like metal used to is kind of weird, and I like very extreme and weird stuff, and they're kind of like also extreme and weird, but just not heavy. But I think that's fine.
it's a good. That's really well said because they are that weird extremeness in different like ends of the pond or
different-
whatever. Yeah, like because like Devo's a really different weird compared to like I don't know Monomarth or like whatever. Like it's
slap.
so like going from one end of the weird, was it easy? Did you find it easy to kind of get behind it? And be like, yeah, this is sick. I'm getting what they're doing, or were you like, I don't get it?
I get it. I'm really enjoyed that this kind of genre. Yeah, because I never heard this before, or maybe I'm too young, and I kind of like really into metal. Like I don't listen to other music that much, so I don't really know those bands. This is like open my mind. Like I really like it. I just don't know they exist.
Yeah,
I don't know if even genre exists. So, yeah.
that's well.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Oh no, I was gonna say like when you're diving into music, like when I started getting into music, it was like friends giving CDs, like oh check these guys out, and now with like Spotify and like all the like algorithmic based like you will like this, you will like that. How do you guys like get into your music? Do friends recommend? I mean, definitely with like Devo and B-52s, it sounds like Chachy was like, check these guys out.
My mom, she's a history teacher.
Yeah.
And then I was in primary school.
Yeah.
and she has a student who is really good at computer and like all the digital stuff.
Okay.
So she was asking the student for advice. What kind of MP3 can I give to my daughter?
Uh-oh.
Then he just got one for me.
Yeah.
That my mom paid him. But when he got it for me, he also put some of the song that he liked in it. At that time, I was a fucking 10-year-old. He put some rock and roll music in there.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yes, and that's how I started to know that there's different kind of music there. And because at that time I was listening to Chinese pop music, like J. Joe, like Taylor Swift.
Hey,
Like
Taylor Swift is my idol.
Yeah, that's her favorite.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's how I get into punk and rock and roll music. I was playing Chinese traditional instrument, and
Right.
I was just being a very normal, boring,
Chinese.
standard Chinese kid. But then that just kind of opened up my mind.
Who were
Since then, I started to.
Who are some of the rock and roll bands that snuck their way onto the MP3?
From what I remember, let me think. There was Metallica.
Okay. Oh man.
Metal
So you got a bunch
metal
of like,
band.
pop music, then it's
Yeah, there was Metallica. Yes,
Metallica knows from Stranger Things.
and there is some like post rock band.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. It was so long time ago. I just remember it being really different. And like later on, I know it's not just standard pop music. And I was like, yeah, this is much better than what I used to listen to. That's when I started to listen to all kinds of rock and roll and punk music and metal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is Taylor Swift really your idol?
Yeah, when I in middle school, yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes, me too. When I was in middle school. Yeah.
who don't love Taylor Swift? She's kind of feminism. So
That's awesome.
anyway, she's drunk. I'm not.
I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk.
I'm allergic to something. I can't drink Chinese websites.
I took her to a tanning salon for the first time today. She's itchy as fuck right now.
And I feel like I'm allergic to something, so I don't think I can drink. And because I Baidu, the Chinese website doctors told me don't drink.
The Chinese doctor also says if you're too full, don't drink.
If you're too happy, don't drink.
If it's too hot, don't drink.
And not to don't drink when you're too emotional.
When you just broke up, don't drink.
Yeah, and like after you take taxi, don't drink. after you took Dodo, don't drink.
Actually, at the very beginning, we only want to know if it's okay for a friend of ours to drink because he's have concussion.
Because he was drunk and he fell over on the floor, very flat floor, and his head like this, big, cracked.
Oh.
And he has a concussion.
He actually has a concussion. And
Oh my God.
I don't think this interview can.
Let's talk about music.
So okay, so this was a kind of a lockdown record, but it doesn't sound like a lockdown record. Like in the States, a lot of the lockdown records that came out were very like quarantine blues, very kind of like I'm sad and can't do anything, and everything was kind of about that. And there's flavors of that with some of the lyrics in this on this record, but not really. The whole thing sounds super tight and super catchy and super like poppy and really good. It's a really, really good record. So like, can you walk me through some of the writing process with some of these tunes?
Okay. The Judgment Day is the very first song that we wrote. That was me and Chachy just doing random shit at home. It was mainly him writing the songs, and then he would ask me, Klaire, do you like this melody? I would tell him if I like it or not.
Okay.
Like he would give me a lot of options. Yeah. And then if I like it, he will keep it. And if I don't like it, I will be honest with him. And then that goes to the song and to the lyrics. we usually talk about it together. Yeah, like we always want it to be something that's super fucked up. Like in Judgment, it's talking about a girl who has really sad life throughout her whole life. Oh shit! Like every part of her life is fucked up, and she's thinking about destroying herself.
Mm-hmm.
But then we want the song to sound happy, because that's how everybody lives here. Like everybody's in pain, but they just hide this under a very happy face in China.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if it's the same in America. I think it's the same for most people. Because people don't like to be seen unhappy.
Yeah.
It's not okay
In
that you
society.
act negative all the time in society. And so I think it's just what we were trying to make the song look like a real person in modern life. Yeah,
Yeah, but I think
that's how it is.
yeah. Well, I agree. I definitely think it's a little bit like that everywhere. Like when you ask how are you doing, most people say,
Oh shit! Oh my god! Sorry, she just.
Are you
she
okay?
Just, she.
Yeah, I just spilled my alcohol. That's it.
I thought that was the cat this time. I thought the cat was like, but the
By the
cat's-
way, this is the best Chinese alcohol. We highly
what are we
recommend.
sponsored by? What is that?
Yes,
Pinto.
this is our sponsor. 我们在打广告。
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sponsor shit. I mean, for free.
Drink this. It's written behind. If you drink this,
You're gonna get fucked.
you. It says it has animal experiment. It can help you to not feel too tired and
What?
can make your immune system better. Yeah,
Is that from the
It's
same
good.
doctor who was recommending when not to use?
exactly. Yes, yes, yes,
Probably.
yes.
Bravo. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Ah, it's the same doctor that gave me fucking COVID
Oh my
test.
god, looks like cheese.
Sorry, I'll clean up. Fuck.
Anyways, let's talk about music. Okay, music.
Here we go.
I mean,
But what I was gonna say was like, it seems like everyone everywhere, to some degree, kind of has that like facade of like, yeah, I'm fine, But I think it's different how you guys were describing it. I think it's much more different in your culture where it's like,
I think so. I
Yeah.
think so too.
yeah.
Like when I'm alone and when I'm with people, I definitely act differently. When I'm alone, I don't really smile to myself. Do you smile to yourself?
Yeah.
I'm always kind of depressed when I'm
I
by
do.
myself. It's not because I'm not around people. It's just because I am depressed.
yeah,
I have depression, but sometimes I laughing too hard to wake myself up.
Ah.
Yeah.
does that
Yeah. Anyway.
is it kind of like that where it's hard to like connect with people emotionally, like
I think so. I think so. Personally, like my best friend for over 10 years, I didn't know. What's so funny? Why you laugh?
It's not you. Sorry. Not laughing at you. I'm sorry. That was a very.
What are
She
you
was
doing?
putting the thing on her nose, and I was like, "Yeah, that's what she's doing." You're getting all
Okay.
serious. But anyway, your best friend. Sorry, seriously.
10 years. 10 years.
My best friend
Not just
for 10
one.
years, like she has like serious mental problem for like a year, and she was dealing with by herself.
Or shouldn't
And
I?
I didn't find out until like 3 years later.
Mm.
And that happened to some of my classmates too. Like I didn't know they were depressed until they were better. Just don't tell me. Don't talk about it. Look at this.
So like, I mean, and also kind of going back on that with like this whole thing being like kind of a record that was written in like times where everything was shut down, and you guys so you and Chachy lived together. How were you guys sending files and stuff to record or make music, or are you there too, Alex?
Oh, I wasn't there. I don't know that. Oh my god, my cat just climbed on my butt. Anyway, I wasn't know they were just two of them together and during lockdown have nothing to do and made this music.
Yeah. At that time, we record everything with Apple phone. That's what we did.
Stop saying that.
I'm gonna say that.
That means iPhone.
They think if I say Apple phone is funny, I don't understand why is it funny. It is Apple phone.
You're right. It is an Apple phone.
It's an Apple phone. They think it's funny. They make fun of me. Yeah, we record everything with our phone, and that's it. And we put it together, and Chachy will edit it on this music app that he's using. I don't know the name, but it seems most producers are using it. I don't know the name. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, I think you know. Yeah, but eventually we were sending everything out to Li Wei Yu, which is our producer.
Mm-hmm.
We sent him all the files from our phone. It's all MP3, and he was like, "What the fuck?" when he was hearing that, because it's pretty rare. He said it's very old school and stuff.
Yeah, and when you say MP3, I took second to think what was that.
So new generation.
Did Chachy and everything? Did he mix it all, or did the producer mix it all? So you send these files, and then he goes to producer. Was he just like this is sweet, do this, add that, or was he like mixing everything?
Chachy just sent everything to him. But the thing is that first we record everything with the phone, and then on top of that, when we want to fix it, Chachy and me will record something at home, because the producer give us the advice to build a home studio.
Oh, okay.
And then we have that. So when we want to add something, we just add another layer on top of the original recording. And so in the end, we were sending out the file that we kind of edited to Li Wei Yu. Then we just tell him, do whatever you think the songs need. And then after that, we met up at his place for 2 times just to talk about it. At the beginning, it was too polished. Like, it sounds too clean. Too much. Like, too poppy. So me and Chachy was like, can you make it dirtier? And just more noise. More like it's recorded by bad quality equipments. So he went a little bit backwards. Yeah. That's what...
I don't know. There's definitely a thing to having it be that little rougher than like that super clean, polished...
Thank you. And that's what we're looking for. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you
like for some?
No, sorry.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Go ahead. No, you go.
No. For some reason.
No, you go.
Okay.
I go. No, you
okay,
go.
You go.
Okay, she go.
So I think so when we did the recording the music video with of GUJI's video, and I was like recommend Chachy like write script
like
and use the real camera, and he don't want it. He all the MV we did is when we got there, and he think and in his own head the ideas and also part of our ideas just made it at that moment.
Yeah,
like
no script,
freestyle,
nothing at all.
Yeah, nothing. And I told him like let's prepare a camera. He's like, we have a camera, but we don't want to use it. He just wants the video to be like very plastic.
We use Apple phone to record the video too.
Yeah, bad quality.
Yeah, and we're talking about the 2 new videos we haven't released. It's all recorded by Chachy's Apple phone and in a small studio in one afternoon.
Yeah,
that's it.
2 videos.
2 videos.
Which
it was very quick and very random. For Mousesuit and for Judgment Day.
Okay.
And so we're still working on the editing and stuff.
It's really funny.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see the 2 you guys have out now are awesome. And like if with those 2, you're like only 2 away from having a video for all of them. Like that's pretty cool.
Yes. For all of them gonna be in the 2 videos.
So okay. Gotcha. Oh, like you compile it to 2 big videos and have all.
the whole band, right?
Mm.
Is gonna be, because before it was just some random shit.
Yeah.
It's not the band before. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, that would be cool. Because like it seemed like it was like those random like kind of like clips you can get, like, but it was synced up really well with the lyrics, and like it really worked for what you guys were doing. Do you is there any plans with this with GUJI to play out, like, or is this just a record band? Is this just a recording band?
Oh, we already played like 10 shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
In some venues in Shanghai, like some in a very big live house called.
Basically, every venues in Shanghai except the biggest one.
Yeah, like
They
some,
only play pop music there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing in the venues that usually punk bands will play at,
The
like
underground venues.
like YYT and OK, and also C's Bar. C's Bar is like, it used to be a shelter. It's been there for 20 years. It's a bar for 20 years, and it's really cool. It's underground. It's kind of a DIY atmosphere.
That's
A lot of
sick.
friends play there. We had the best show there too.
Basically, every band in Shanghai played there.
Yeah, and our practice room is there too.
Yes.
Oh, sick.
It's in,
It's inside C's. It's crazy. They have like maybe 10 rooms. They don't know what is it for, like, even for the owner.
Really, I don't even know.
Yeah, and then just clean one up. They said this can be a practice room. And then a few of local Shanghai bands, including us, we just ran it together, and it became our regular practice space.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So it's
because before, sorry. Like, okay, before GUJI was using the practice
Can't believe
space.
you remember.
Like before.
This is
He's from the thing too. He's
how's it going?
he's from a Shanghai local band called Rat King. They're super sick too.
Yeah, you can
Awesome.
check it out.
But he has a little bit concussion right now. So.
Oh my God. Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
This is more to that story. Oh, geez. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I had an
Yes.
accident.
Yeah. Are you okay?
How that happened?
Now you can see how short we are. You see his
absolutely.
head, and then me and Alex's head is like this.
Right. But,
You see how short we are?
Also, you're sitting down. So.
Standing up right now.
Oh, you're standing up?
Everyone.
Oh, I thought you were sitting down. I thought you guys were still sitting
Standing
down.
up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Jack saw us live. Jack, you want to have anything to say about
About
GUJI?
GUJI? Fuck
GUJI's
yeah.
live.
Yeah.
I love GUJI. Be careful where your feet are.
Oh, be careful with the piece.
Yeah, GUJI, cool. I love the sound they have. Is kind of unique here in Shanghai. I think in China in general, what they're doing is kind of unique vibe of stuff that's
By the way,
coming out
can you
right now.
step down so we can all see each other?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of unique. Like Klaire and Chachy's harmonizing together is really cool. And obviously all the synth stuff is like very, I don't know. It's not really anything that's happening around right now. So it's kind of, I don't know, I've not heard anyone like GUJI recently. So
All the bands are touring, or members are just going on vacation because it's summer, right?
No one in Shanghai sounds like GUJI.
yeah.
We got a lot of comments like that, but
That's awesome.
I mean, I'm sure it's not like that in America, because in Shanghai the music scene is pretty narrow, I would say.
Yeah. How so? Like,
Yeah.
genre-wise, like, is it more heavy? Is it more metal stuff?
No, it
No.
used to be, but I think over the last few years, because loads of foreigners have started leaving, there's just becoming less, and more music venues have closed down over the last few years, like since COVID and stuff.
Yes.
There's literally like hardly bands here anymore.
Let me do it.
Was it what was your band? Oh, he left. What was your band, bud? I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Rat King.
We're like a
Rat King. Okay.
For a band.
hardcore band.
Okay, very cool. Very cool.
Rat King, yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. I'll have to check Rat King out. That's sweet.
We've got an album on Spotify for easy access, just Rat King locally hated.
Yeah, every time if we go to see the Rat King's concert, we just say Rat King suck.
Yeah. Everyone Workout wrecking
Yeah.
sex. Friends also.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Supportive group.
It's business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Why my
cool.
face looks so big from
Uh,
anyways.
that-
Yeah. Shanghai, I think Shanghai is more like Shanghai is more like techno
Mm.
and indie rock.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And poppy music.
Poppy. What is poppy?
就是流行。
Oh, pop music. Yeah,
Yeah.
pop music, of course. That's China.
God.
But even so, I don't think there's.
Sorry.
It's fine. I don't think there's that much of a scene recently over the last years, or at least now, because more and more people are leaving. It feels like it's becoming less. Like so many bands have broke up over the last year or 2 years, and they're like leaving and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
cool that GUJI's like coming like a new band when everyone's breaking up and leaving. You know.
Oh.
Sounds like a weak advantage. No?
Well,
Possibly.
timing is everything, right? Timing's everything. And like it's weird because in America we kind of after the pandemic there was like a plethora of bands that you knew that were there forever, then just I haven't heard from them in a bit, and a plethora of venues that just got shut down. But also amongst all that there was like all these new bands popping up, and it's almost like they got like a double boost because everyone was like, let's go do something and see something and immerse in something. So like, that's cool to be on that wave. That's awesome. And to be so
We
unique.
actually we played a show with this personal band called I think the name is Bagel.
Bagel?
Bag-
Sick.
Bagel.
Can eat?
Yes, because their dog is called Bagel. And before that, this guy, he was a blues player.
Mhm.
He played blues. Yeah, and during lockdown, he started to really get into experimental noise music. So after lockdown, he formed his own band just to do this, and GUJI played with them.
Yeah.
It was super cool. He was just doing some random noise I'm not saying it's bad, random noise for 30 minutes.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's cool.
Yes, it's very unique, and this band was born after lockdown. Like without not lockdown, it might not happen at all.
Yeah, and GUJI also without lockdown not gonna happen, I guess. I don't know.
Big time, yes.
Well, yeah, because like it seems like a lot of the tunes were kind of like inspired by like the horrific,
The
like,
Chinese.
being shut
Envir-
in. Like,
Yeah.
aside from how'd you guys handle that?
You can't.
You
You
can't.
know
There's
what?
a-
Actually, if you look back, it's kind of good.
Yeah.
Everything you do every day, you don't need to think about work because all the companies shut down. You can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And
You-
you don't
you just
think
think-
about money. You just
you
lie
just-
down there waiting for death coming for you.
Yeah, you just lie there and eat every day. Think about your 3 meals.
Or eat.
Eat.
You can't even eat properly, because there's no food at the beginning.
I finished the whole soprano show during lockdown. And
Nice.
seriously, yeah, and it's 8 season. Like I was never into long shows, but then
What is
during
the show?
lockdown was Sopranos，
What's that?
这是一个关于美国黑帮的，
Oh, okay.
就是关于美国的黑手党故事。
Gangster.
Gangster, yes，很坏的 gangster. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we had a lot of time to do everything. Chachy was playing Zelda. And yeah, I mean he still is, but yeah, it was kind of good.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to make an effort to get a better life because everybody is equally stuck
Giving
in
up.
a stupid bullshit life. So
Yeah, and also after the lockdown, the first day open the lockdown, people are like just crazy. Like you just go to the street, like the whole Shanghai is like a big music festival. Like you just walk out your door, people just sitting on the street. There's no car. You just sitting on the street and drinking with the strangers all of them together and play music and talking to each other. It's like people are everywhere. Nobody's in their own house because it's lockdown open.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I remember in our
it's
compound there was a neighborhood party and everybody looks like they're shit.
Oh, by the way, where are you from?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. So not too far from Akron, which is where Devo's from.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what.
Did you see them when you were younger?
No, they're there. I wasn't around then. They were way past my time. Like, but it's cool to be like, oh, they're from here. But when I was reading the voucher with everything, I was like, this is sick. I'm glad someone else loves Devo as much. But the one thing I wanted to ask is when I kept looking up GUJI and trying to like just dive in to see like more about you guys from what Chachy and Howard sent, I kept getting this book with like a goose. Like, what's GUJI mean?
A book with a what?
Like
Sorry?
a goose. There was a book with a goose that kept coming up when I kept trying to look up more about you guys. Like I'd find articles about you guys, and then I kept seeing this book with like a goose on it, and I'm like, is this a thing? I don't know the reference. Like, what's GUJI mean?
Wait, what does it mean?
I don't know either. The thing is that GUJI, the name of it, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a noise that you.
It's just her lore is just like
it's my noise. Like I usually make.
She likes to make a weird voice.
Yeah, and
don't know why.
Yeah, and then I was like, whatever, call it GUJI. You know.
Yeah, that's how the name came.
Doesn't mean anything. It's just a noise.
That's awesome. Well, so much of like art and like music and like it comes from kind of nothingness, right? It comes from kind of meaning nothingness, and then we assign meaning to it. So like, I don't know. That's awesome. That makes sense. It's better than knowing I'm missing out on the goose bit.
Hey, can you move your face to this way? We can't see you. Just like this. Oh yeah.
Oh God, you kind of look like.
We don't really know how you look like because there's something always covered. Yeah.
You kind of look like the guy from Succession. Has anyone ever told you that?
Like the guy from what?
You kind of look like Kendall from Succession.
No one's ever told me that. Well,
you watch Succession?
I don't. That's
what's that?
It's a show. I'm aware of it, but I've never seen.
You look like Kendall. 那个地城之战，他像里面的那个男。
Well, hopefully he's not the crazy person, or hopefully he's not though. I don't know.
Did you think? Okay, don't worry. That
anyway,
was just a show me and Chachy was watching.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He knows you, right? Okay.
Yeah. I've talked to Chachy. It was like in 2020. I talked to him last. And I did basically
in person.
Wow.
Well, no, like we're doing right now, like podcasts to promote his last record, and I was excited because Chimera Cult just did like a show with Round Eye, and like I was excited to meet them, and like I for some reason I thought they were on tour together, but luckily not, because then Round Eye would also be getting turned around, like, which would super suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you. I guess to kind of wrap it up, this has been fun. You guys have been fun. I appreciate your time.
Me too.
As far as like, so you got.
Thank you for being patient with us.
And you got 2 music videos you're gonna make in the works. Is there plans for more music? Is there plan for what you guys got planned in the future?
Yes, of course. That's how the touring will start, because we need more songs for that. So we're making more songs so we can actually go on a tour and have a actual show for a GUJI, a GUJI show.
Sick.
Not like we're playing opening for other bands. Or like our show currently is too short.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
just
get
too
that
short.
comments all the time. People will tell us it's too short. I haven't had enough.
That's
Because our
awesome,
every
though.
song, each of us,
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
we're
They
happy
want
to hear
more.
that. Yes.
Yeah, they want more.
So we're trying to make it happen. We're working on more songs, even though Chachy is gone. Cause yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Very cool. Very cool. So working on some more material and like, you got. Will there ever be a GUJI Round Eye tour?
Yes,
That'd
I
be
hope
sick.
so.
That'd
I
be
guess.
sick.
Okay.
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 Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for taking time in your night to hang out with me for a bit. I love the record, and hopefully get to see you guys on a tour this way or that way soon.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hope to meet you soon.
Sounds good.
Yes. Thank you, like
Really hope
so.
so.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for hosting this.
Have a
It
good
was a great
day.
time.
Yo, Spike Spiegel here. You just listened to Zig at the Gig podcast. Keep riding the bebop. See you, Space Cowboy. Bang.